You're now thinking of taking steroids again, despite all the side effects that you know full well about. How come?
Because I want to be as competitive as possible, and I want to see just how far the limitations of my musculature are. And I think that I speak for many other athletes who would probably echo the same sentiments.
The variety seems endless. There are human ones and veterinary ones designed for horses, which seem to be more popular than the human versions in some cases.
Anabolic steroids. If you pump iron, they'll build incredible muscle mass. If you're a marathoner, they'll cut your recovery time in half. If you play football, they could be a stepping stone to a multi-million-dollar professional contract. If the sport you play calls for size or strength, there's no doubt you already know about steroids. How in the short run they can help. How in the long run they can kill.
These athletes are exchanging the immediate benefits that they perceive for probably a shorter lifespan.
Did you want to go farther on with football?
No, not really, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
It's too competitive, basically. And you need to take steroids, really, I think, to be a good ball player.
Both my muscular strength increased much more rapidly than it would have had I not been taking the steroids. And also, when you're taking them, you can train much more intensely.
Gail Olenikova is a professional athlete who's been featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She's the author of a book called Winning Without Steroids, and she travels the country warning of their danger.
It's frightening, and parents think that their kids are safe if they're in athletics. They look for coke, they look for crack, they look for pot, they look for alcohol. Yet if the kid's working out in the gym and getting bigger by the moment and having aggressive behavior and so on, they feel that at least my kid's not on drugs.
So what are anabolic steroids? Well, first of all, they're drugs, illegal drugs. They're produced in laboratories, and they're the synthetic cousins of the male hormone testosterone. That's the hormone that helps build muscle and can lead to macho-type behavior.
I attack the weights. They don't intimidate me. At this point, when I reach an extremely heavy, what for me is an extremely heavy weight, I become a little bit intimidated. Induced testosterone increases your aggression. You attack a weight. You're not intimidated by the weight.
This man is a school teacher, and his sport is powerlifting. He took steroids for 4.5 years, and he's thinking of taking them again.
It's seeing how well, it's ego, it's how well you can do, it's how far you can go, it's how much you can lift, how well you can jump.
Wouldn't it be better to see how far you can push your body athletically, naturally, without the use of any foreign substances?
In terms of health, yes, it would be. But a lot of fellows think that they're able to compete on a higher level. In order to compete on these high levels, this ergogenic age, these steroids are being utilized.
You know about the bad effects of steroids. You know they can cause liver cancer. You know they can cause atrophy in the testicles. You know they can cause breast growth in men. You know all the bad effects. And yet, incredibly, you are thinking of taking steroids again. How come?
The competition is so keen, so close, and the egos are so big because the egos match the weights that are being lifted. When you're lifting close to 1,000 pounds, your ego has to match that. Your confidence level has to match that. There was a saying once that if you told a weight trainer or weight lifter that eating Brillo would increase his or her strength, there wouldn't be a clean pot in the country.
If you're a weightlifter or a football player or a wrestler or in any sport that emphasizes size and strength, anabolic steroids can make you bigger and stronger. Current medical evidence indicates they can also do the following: cause liver problems, including jaundice and cancer, cause heart problems and high blood pressure, cause nausea, bloating, loss of appetite, vomiting, acne, and body odor. Psychologically, they can lead to severe mood swings, make you more hostile, more aggressive, change your sex drive. If you're a teenager, they can stunt your growth. If you're a male, they can cause breast development, shrink your testicles, and maybe make you sterile. If you're a female, they can give you body and facial hair, deepen your voice, decrease your breast size, foul up your menstrual cycle, and cause breast cancer and sterility. And worse than all that, they can kill.
I was really saddened when I thought of all the athletes that I've known who have died from steroids. I started counting them up. I made a list. And they weren't dummies. They were smart. There are 8 that I know that I was very close to. They were handsome, they were young, they were very talented, they had a great sense of humor, they could dance well, they were just wonderful to be around, but they wanted to win at any cost, and they're dead now.
Despite the mounting evidence that steroids are extremely dangerous, more and more athletes are taking them at a younger and younger age. Federal officials estimate that the illegal steroid industry now grosses more than $100 million a year. There is even a publication called the Underground Steroid Handbook. It's openly available at gatherings of strength athletes. The information it contains is sophisticated, but far from reliable.
This evidently gives very detailed directions for the abuse of what are rather dangerous, potentially dangerous anyway, and controlled prescription substances.
Steroids are available the way any illegal drug is available, through a connection, usually somebody in a gym. But occasionally they come from more unlikely sources, athletic coaches, even physicians.